Don't you just love that fresh Monday feeling of new episodes and new interviews on Inside the Rapper Studio now that we're on week 16? Because I've been doing this shit for way too goddamn long? I did too. That I did give away stuff too, so we'll probably take a break on that. So, let's go ahead. Hope you guys are excited. Hope you guys had a good weekend too, or a productive weekend, or whatever kind of weekend that you would wish to have. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Absolutely. Let's get this
Yay!
Everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, episode 76, to be more exact. Of course, I'm your host, Score Swayze, and today we have a very, very, very special guest in the goddamn building. A vocalist extraordinaire in TV. Great vocals, great imagery, great presence. I'm pretty sure she's good at art stuff, such as like video editing, but I'm just guessing. I don't do homework. A lot of people think I do.
A little bit slight. Not the best.
75 is passing. I don't care. So, everybody, please drop hearts, drop likes, drop comments for the one, the only, Nia Ruschxl.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. I'm kind of nervous too.
I always tell people it's legit just to pretend you're on FaceTime. That's all it really is.
I get nervous on FaceTime too.
Never mind. Okay. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
Can't really complain. Got another day on this planet to make things happen and, hustle and bustle.
That's facts. That's
Pretty
facts.
much. So for those that may or may not know, for every episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, there's an origin story told from the bottom of the screen. So could you tell us all what got started for the artist known as Nia Ruschxl?
So I've been wanting to do music since I was like little, but I've been like taking it seriously. So I've been writing since high school, but I took it seriously about 3 years ago. And I started actually like putting music out and like trying to get myself out there. Cause like, this is what I want to do, but I feel like I always doubted myself and I never thought I was good enough. So that's why it's taken me so long. Cause I have songs, but I always doubt myself because I'm like really self-conscious. So I'm like in my head, like, no, I'm not good enough. So there's no point for me to try. And then just one day I was arguing with my mom and I was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Like I can't live this life no more. Like I really got to get on my stuff. And I just started getting serious with it. I just put it out there and just whatever happens, happens. And so I've changed my name. Like my name is Nia Ruschxl, but I changed the way I spelled it. Like last year I changed the way I spelled it because I feel like the way I spell it now, I feel like it fits me more. And I started identifying as the angel of death. That's what I identify as. And yeah.
Big darkness shit. We love it. With the early start in high school, what would you say was your experience as a musician, like very early on? Like pretty much starting in school, whereas like you had the self-doubt going on, you also had like teenage things going on. So could you tell us like, or at least elaborate how it was being an artist in that early stage?
Honestly, it was just very kind of confusing because I didn't know like what to do. Like nobody taught me. I was teaching myself. And so with writing, it's like I don't know how like I'm supposed to be sounding. Like I don't know my style yet. So I was kind of just making music that I thought people would like. So I never was making my music. I was just making whatever I thought people would, mess with. So I feel like, I don't know, like it was really a weird time trying to like be an artist in high school.
Got you. Do you feel as though going that DIY kind of like route in terms of teaching yourself things and kind of like putting yourself in your own shoes as a mentor is a lot better for you in the long run?
Yeah, definitely, because I can learn what I need to do, what I'm trying to say, and I feel like I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I feel like nobody can, I mean, I still need to be taught things on a professional level, but there's certain things that I know that I like and that I can see in my head that I'm trying to do, and nobody's going to see that but me. So I have to learn by myself how to do things so that I can bring it to life so people understand what I'm trying to do.
Gotcha. So, first of all, great story and great presence and stuff like that. I felt as though when you said like, oh, I'm so nervous, like conversation, and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I'm not fourth wall or anything like that.
I'm screaming in the inside.
Like, ah!
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to jump right into the first song that I want to talk about within this interview, which is "Bring Your Love Back to Me."
Okay.
Talk to us where you were during the making of the song and how you came out with this song.
So, I actually wrote this song about this guy. Yeah. I'm infatuated with him. He probably doesn't even know I exist, and it's all good. But I kind of wrote it about him, and it was kind of like a spell, I guess, to kind of like get his attention, to like notice me, I guess, to like bring his love to me. It's a weird story about me and him, so it like doesn't make sense.
I mean, you don't have to like go straight TMZ with it. Like, I don't like doing my interviews like super like, oh, so what are you into in like personal life? Like, artist wise, trust me, like love is like our second pen, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So like, I'm assuming that what was it about making this song felt as though it was gonna work in terms of pretty much spell wise? Because we know the magic of music.
Yeah. I mean, I wrote it because I just saw him, like he had a girlfriend and stuff. And so when I wrote it, it was just like, dang, like, you know, on you and I want your love, but like you ain't even worried about me. You know, you living your best life. And so it was just kind of like, if you ever like hear this song, you know, these are my words to you.
Got you. I have to apologize. You like mad frozen right now. There's a little cycle going on. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you were just frozen for a second.
Okay.
Where did you find the production for the song?
YouTube.
My favorite producer this year so far and doing these interviews is YouTube.
Yeah.
So, could you tell us your relationship with using YouTube as an artist?
I use it all the time. It's my best friend.
What else do you use it for besides production? Do you use it to like take notes on things or try to like study up on the game?
Like, what do you mean?
In terms of like looking at documentaries, looking at interviews, and trying to like study things, or do you use it strictly for like production and finding beats?
No, I use it for like, I'll watch people's performances and their interviews to kind of see like how they like portray themselves. And then also performances are really big for me because I want to start getting into that. So I take a lot of notes on that, on how to like be a better performer. What did they do that like I can use to kind of help myself when I start performing, because I haven't performed yet. And like I said, I performed one time, but like I don't perform enough. So again, I'm teaching myself, so I don't have nobody telling me. So it's like I have to kind of watch other people to see like what they do.
Gotcha. We love a student. We really appreciate it. As a person whose name is student in Arabic, we really love a student. So I have to appreciate it. For those that are late to class, as always, the song that was most recently playing was Bring Your Love Back to Me, a single from our latest and greatest guest of Inside the Rapper Studio, episode 76, Nia Ruschxl, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
That kind of just slipped out. Thank you once again for joining me today and having you answer all of these TMZ and your business questions.
No problem.
I'm going to give a few shouts out to everybody that's in the live right now. A few shouts out to Paprika. A few shouts out to Blackie Chan Wild. A few shouts out to She Is Mad Petty. Shouts out to Rock with the Glow. Who else we got in here? Got Tiff Shanary. We got King One Solo. Grip Sauce. Big Grip Sauce in the building. We got Dom the Destroyer. Candace. Ooh, we got a little crowd. I see it. So, Miss Ruschxl.
Yeah.
We have to discuss the darkness. We have to discuss this Angel of Death thing. We have to discuss imagery, the black leather gloves. Very OJ, very 94. I love it. Tell us your inspiration for your imagery.
So the Angel of Death, it kind of came to me in a dream. So the Angel of Death appeared to me in a dream, and he basically told me, hey, are you ready to go? And I told him no. And he was like, all right, I'm going to give you more time. And I feel like from there, like from that moment, I felt like I was granted like more time on this planet. And for some reason, like I need to do what I'm supposed to do. But the Angel of Death is so like when you think of that name, you always think like evil. You think like darkness and stuff like that. But if you actually search it, it's like the angel of death works with God, and he's Angel Azrael. And I just feel like I kind of want to like be dark because, for one, a lot of people when they first see me, if I don't talk to them and they don't see my personality, they always think that like I'm gonna be this like mean person, or I'm gonna start drama, and they always think the worst of me. And so I really want like my image to be dark, and like I want you to misunderstand me, because the ones that really are conscious and they become aware and they want to know me, then they're going to actually see that like there is light inside of me. It's not darkness. Like I'm not this evil person, but like you have to take that time out to get to know me. Otherwise you're going to see what you're going to want to see. And I'm not going to change your mind or your perspective. Like you can see whatever you want to see, but like I want to embrace that, because I know there's so many people out there that people like judge them off of how they look, and they don't even take the time out to get to know them, and they're great people, but then you judge them and you're like, I feel like they're going to be a terrible person. And it's like, why? Oh, because of how they look. Like, I mean, that's, you know, I want to show people that like if you actually just stop looking at people's appearances and get to know somebody and really take them the time out to get to know them and hear their story, you'll actually see that they're great people.
The crowd agrees as well. It's all about perception, honestly. Do you feel as though the big thing about your image is perception, whereas though like the darkness part is kind of like what people think what darkness is, or the angel of death, or death in general is? In retrospect, or I guess in another perspective, it's all about the brightness of life. Would you agree, or would that be accurate?
I would agree, because I feel like whenever I tell people I'm the angel of death, the first thing they like look, they're like, what? They think it's demonic. And so, okay, then I'm gonna make it appear evil. I'm gonna be really scary. I want you to think it's scary, because then, you know, it kind of like gets the wrong crowd away from me. I guess it's kind of like a defense mechanism. It's like, you think I'm evil, but I'm not. But that's because it's your perspective, and I'm just showing you what you think. But like, if you actually take the time out, you'll actually see all my pictures and you'll see everything differently.
Man, that's actually quite interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm like super like deep into the whole like artist imagery, whereas though like rap is slowly becoming less about what you hear and more about what you see. Mm-hmm. And pretty much being in that perspective of like getting people's images together and things like that, and it automatically sounds like you pretty much got the shit in the bag, quite frankly.
I'm trying.
You ain't trying, you don't. So, next song I want to discuss within this wonderful interview is Low. Tell us how it is making a song like Low.
It honestly just really depends.
On?
The mood.
So what was the mood? What would be the two moods or more than one mood that you would like depended on?
So it really sometimes depends on like what I'm experiencing. So for this one, I was kind of like annoyed. Like, again, it's about another love interest, but it's like I felt like he kind of wanted to keep me on the low, and he didn't really want to make me like public and stuff. And so the song was just like, all right, well, like, you know, we can keep this low if you want to, because I like you and stuff like that. But I wanted to make it like fun, and like it just really depends. Like whenever I write a song to a beat, I have to wait until the beat kind of introduces its story to me. So if I connect and I have a story, then I can write it. And if I don't, then the beat will explain the story to me, and then I can write whatever the beat wants me to say.
That's quite intriguing, actually. I feel like when it comes to artists, they already got like shit in mind. Like they just need the beat so they can express themselves. Whereas though, in this case, you kind of let the story come to you within the songs, and then you just like express it through. So it's almost like this equal exchange.
Yeah. Because I want to connect to the beat.
Got you. Instead of using it as an instrument.
Yeah.
Got you. That's very intriguing, I must say myself. When it comes to production and stuff, do you usually have a certain ear for a certain sound, or does not matter?
It doesn't matter. I try to be as diverse as I possibly can, because that's the only way you can really like get better as an artist. You shouldn't like put yourself in a box. So I try not to just listen to a certain type of sound or anything. I just whatever I like, whatever my soul feels, then let's see what I can write.
Gotcha, gotcha. I feel like when it comes to like production overall, especially when it comes to this era where though a lot of beats are coming from YouTube, most artists just kind of take it and make sure they can make a hit out of it. Whereas though you kind of take a song and see if you can make a story out of it. Would you say that's accurate?
That's accurate.
Gotcha. What would you say is your most profound story that you put on track?
I would say probably In the Shadows.
In the shadows. Give me 1 second. SoundCloud just loves being rude with that. But for the folks that's very late to school, as always, the song that I was most recently playing was Low. The song done by our wonderful guest of episode 76 of Inside the Rapper Studio, Nia Ruschxl. Once again, thank you very much. I'm going to give a few shouts out to everybody that's welcome in. We got some people coming in. Okay. Shouts out to Slim Grew Up. And huge shouts out to everybody at Working Title Podcast. Working very hard, no pun intended. Shouts out to Bids Beats. Shouts out to Big Turf in the building. We love to see Big Turf in here. Shouts out to Zero Survivor. Who else we got in here? Ghostface Killer. We got, I don't know how to pronounce that, so we're just going to move it on. We got YNS Aiden. We got a nice little crowd. All right. Nice and well. All right. Got some celebrities in here. We'd love to see it. Next thing I wanted to discuss with you is pretty much the songwriting process, so to speak. We discussed how essentially like you let the beat tell the story and you just kind of transcribe it. Do you feel as though this has always been the skill for you, or is this something that you've picked up?
It's always been the skill for me. Like I can write poetry and I can write stories, but I feel like I can't just put like what I wrote to a beat because it might not match. Like the beat always has a different story, and if I can't, like if I don't have the same like experience, then I have to just kind of wait until it kind of like just tells me like what it wants for me to say to the people. So it's always been like I'll listen to a beat and I listen and I wait until I hear something, and then if I hear something, sometimes I get lucky and right away I can hear what it wants me to tell me, and sometimes it's not ready for me to tell its story until I have to go to the next beat.
Do you feel as though when it comes to productions, in terms of how you work, do you work a lot with in-house producers, or is it just straight off YouTube?
It's off YouTube because I don't have a lot of connections, so I don't know a lot of producers. Like I said, I'm really starting from the bottom, so I'm building myself up. So I just kind of find whatever I can find on YouTube and then work with that.
Do you feel as though working with an in-house producer would up your game? Because a lot of the times when it comes to the process of making music, people kind of look for that connection with other people. Like, whereas though, like, say for instance, if I've been working with a producer for like 10 years or something like that, he knows exactly how I sound. He knows exactly what kind of flow I'm going for, like that. Whereas though, like, going on YouTube is almost like sticking your hand in the bag and pulling out what you want.
True. That's true.
So would you feel as though like working with the in-house producer would like enhance your game or change your game, or would it just kind of be the same thing?
No, it would definitely change it. I think I would probably get a lot better, but it's just finding those people. It's all about timing. So I don't want to look out for those people or try to find them. I need the universe to kind of manifest those people for me, because then the universe knows what type of people to bring that I'll be able to connect with. So I'm just kind of waiting right now.
I mean, that's what kind of Inside the Rapper Studio is for. A lot of people that come in are producers and like rappers and stuff like that. So they check out the music, they check out who's on, they check out like if they can work with them and stuff like that. So hopefully the universe kind of just pushed you in that position to kind of just put you like in the hands of a producer, so to speak.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. So song I wanted to talk about on this interview is Remember. So with Remember, could you tell us how like where you were during the making of this song and kind of like taking us to where you were?
I wrote it a year ago, and I was just annoyed at the fact that You know, these people, these guys, they want to overlook me. They don't want to date me. You know, like I'm getting back in that mood. But that's how I felt. I was angry, like just kind of like a little bit bitter because it's just like, you know, I know I'm bomb and stuff like that. But like I get overlooked and y'all are rejecting me. And it's all good because when I make it to the top, you know, don't try to claim my name. You know, don't try to act like now you know me because you was ignoring me before. So keep that same energy you had before. So that's kind of my thought process. Is just like remember when you ignored me? Because I have this feeling that all those people that ignored me, they're going to come around as soon as I'm getting big. Because now it's like, oh, now I can give her the time of day. Now she's good enough for me. And so it's like, nah, remember when you ignored me? Oh, okay.
Would you say this is your version of How About Now?
Mm, I guess maybe, but
I'm about to say because the description just it screams
probably
fun as
fits.
fuck.
Yeah.
I love How About Now. As
Yeah.
a very vengeful person and spiteful person as I am, How About
Hmm.
Now speaks to me. So I'm pretty sure, Remember just like tells the same like story, but from a different perspective.
Hmm.
Um, is this the same person from the song ago, the 2 songs ago?
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's watching on Inside the Rapper Studio. We really need not to find a person because at this point he's irrelevant or they're irrelevant. I don't know the pronouns, but at this point, get get me some like people to talk to. We need this. We need this. No, not in a bad way, but like I would really love like a song because I feel like artists we hang on to that shit.
Hmm.
We really hang on. Like trust me, like when I first got that first breakup from like 2013, like I wrote like a good 5 or 6 songs,
I
5
know.
minimum. Now with the last one, it's just like get my 1-2 comments off and just keep that shit going.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like would you say spite is your big motivator?
Yeah. Because I don't like to feel anger a lot in my day-to-day life, so that's where I put it out, my music.
I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate an honest answer like that. Whereas though, like people want to say like the whole, I do this shit for me. I don't do. No, well, I need to shit on some niggas. Plain and simple.
Right.
I can appreciate that. So
Thank
huge
you.
shouts out to the honesty, the most honest Nia Ruschxl on episode 6 of Inside the Rapper Studio. I think this is a pretty solid interview. Everybody's coming through, showing love. Few shouts out to Captain Swim. Few shouts out to Lil CTK. Shouts out to Nia Keaton, Kentucky Blue. Everybody in this motherfucker. God damn. I wasn't prepared for this. But nonetheless, are you from Baltimore, Nia Ruschxl?
My dad's side of the family is from Baltimore, so, but I'm not really from there. I don't claim it because I wasn't like raised there, so I claim Gainesville, Virginia.
Ah, okay. Because like I feel like a lot of the times when I don't do the research per se, I wind up finding myself interviewing people that are not from here. And it's like,
Hmm.
you let another one slip in this motherfucker. But it's like it's all good because once you pronounce the T when we were talking about it, I was like, something's not right here. So, what would you say is your relationship towards the city?
What, to Baltimore?
Yes.
To be honest, I used to go there like a lot when I was like in high school and middle school over the summer, but I'm not really like from there, so I can't really say I know much about it. I just know that like whenever I was there in the summer, it was always popping and stuff and it was lit. But I'm not really from there, so I can't really claim, how I feel about it.
Got you. When were you here for those summers?
It was a while ago.
Like before Obama?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a minute.
I'm gonna be like anywhere between that 8, 12, 16 era. Nah.
Yeah, I was probably there during those times too, because I think we went like maybe 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago for Thanksgiving.
So more so it doesn't feel like the home away from home, but it's home nonetheless. Is that kind of like the feel?
Kinda.
Gotcha. It's all
Yeah.
good. So, next topic I wanted to talk to you about is the art of bouncing back. You most recently dropped a video on IGTV talking about your experiences with the voice and how pretty much having that rejection kind of fueled the fire within the Angel of Death. So,
Hmm.
could you elaborate more on that experience for us?
Yeah. So auditioning for The Voice and American Idol. Oh my gosh. First of all, I prayed all night and I just knew I was going to get it. But for Atlanta, I drove down to Atlanta 5 hours by myself. I didn't have nobody come with me. I just went by myself. And, it was just getting myself out there. Like, I need to be putting myself out there so I can keep doing this. And I stood in line for like 3 hours. I mean, it's hot as hell. I mean, and it was just such a crazy experience because you see so many people in line dressed up. Some weren't dressed up. Everybody's singing. And it's like, it's kind of nerve wracking. And then you go, and then it's like 10 people at a time, and they sit you outside. And then they're like, all right, come in. And you all go in, you and 9 other people. And then one by one, you sing your song. Where I messed up is that I just got nervous and I just was thinking about how there was other people and I didn't want to like overdo it. So I stopped singing, but I cut off at such a weird time and I should have kept singing, but I stopped. And so I think because I stopped, that's probably why I didn't make it. But I just didn't, I was just nervous. So I didn't really, like, I don't know. But I mean, I don't know why I didn't make it. I mean, it could have been other reasons, but I think that's part of the reason as well, is that I just stopped at a weird time. And then I still tried again for American Idol, and it was actually in Raleigh, in North Carolina, which is where I'm at currently. And it was the same thing. I waited in line. It was hot as hell. And there's these tents outside, and then you audition and you sing in front of the judges one by one. They like call you up and you stand up and then you sing. But they were just saying no to everybody. I mean, I was literally watching and I heard so many good people. Like, they were great. And I'm just like, whoa, you said no. So I already knew that y'all said no to them. You definitely about to say no to me. So I already knew what was about to come. And it kind of seemed like they was picking the same types of people. And so I kind of realized that like they're not really looking for people that they're trying to turn into stars or whatever. And they're looking for the same types of people. And I mean, the thing is, after that experience, I really learned that nobody can tell me I'm a star. Like, I'm already a star. Like, you don't got to tell me that.
We like to hear that shit, bro. Are you a firm believer in the term or in the phrase "man plans, God laughs"?
I've actually never heard that term, to be honest with you.
Well, I guess this is the debut of it. I feel as though I think it's one of the mantras that I go by a lot. Well, fucking shit ton. But it's one of the terms that means as much as you want to plan for something, as much as you see something in your future, you could really have a big chuckle out of God and it really wouldn't happen. But in the end, you can either be the joke or you can tell the joke. Do you feel as though you've kind of like been the comedian in this sense?
Yes.
Gotcha. Because like I feel like a lot of times when it comes to rejection within the art that we make, that rejection kind of like we mistranslate that rejection, whereas though it's not supposed to happen, but it's not supposed
Hmm.
to happen this way.
Exactly.
Do you feel as though
Exactly.
like having that change of course within your career was very helpful for you?
Very. I mean, I was supposed to do it because I remember at first I was angry with God. I was just like, God, why did you
Right to
tell
the
me to audition for this? And I auditioned and then they tell me no. Like, why would you do that to me? But I understand that it's like, I need you. It's like God is kind of like telling me, like, I need you to believe in yourself without people telling you yes. Like, I need them to tell you no so that you can be like, you know what? Nah, like, I am great. So I feel like I need to go through all of these failings and like people telling me no and slamming the door on me and telling me I'm not good enough, because I feel like the more they tell me no, the more I sit back and I'm like, oh, y'all got something coming for like y'all. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's just been really helpful. Like, I needed to go through these things.
Absolutely. We all need to go through a storm, man. Storms either clear a path or make a path. Plain and simple. And
That's
I feel as
facts.
though the storm like that kind of cleared your path for greater things. So,
Hopefully.
huge shouts out to the voice for fucking up that one time. Uh, Huge shouts out to Nia Ruschxl for a great interview, by the way. Last song that I want to play for the people at home and the people people that are elsewhere watching this live, is Blackout, your latest single. Tell us how it is making the song like Blackout.
So making songs like Blackout, I struggle with a lot of like mental illness. So whenever I make songs like this, it's just like my way to express myself, to kind of be like, a lot of people don't know what goes up under this mask, and they don't see it. And a lot of people don't even see, like, that I'm really going through things because I hide it so well. And it's just like when I write songs like this, it's just letting people know that like I'm really sad inside, but you probably don't even notice it. You probably don't even care, So
Can I relate, boy? Can I relate? Um, with a song like this, it pretty much expresses the story of Pagliacci. Have you ever heard the story of Pagliacci?
mm-mm.
Where it's a clown that comes into the doctor's office that says that he works really hard. He always comes in to his job. He already does a great job, but deep down inside, he hates it. He wants nothing to do with it. And the doctor tells him, you know what you should do? You should go to a show. It's a great guy performing. His name is Pagliacci. And he tells him, Doctor, I am Pagliacci.
Oh, wow.
Do you feel as though a story like that kind of relates to the song?
I think so, yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Because a lot.
Wow. I don't know. I feel like that was such a powerful story. I don't know if I want to say that my song relates to that. That was powerful.
I got that shit from Watchmen, dog. I read Watchmen like a good 2 times, and I see that shit like my Bible. But if, the story in Pagliacci, it kind of expresses like entertainment and mental health nonetheless. Do you feel as though like as an artist sometimes you're kind of just used as a tool and not as a human being?
Mm. To be honest, I don't know. That's a really good question, because I feel like when I make songs, it's like when I make songs like this, I feel like that's when I feel the most human. And that's when I really feel like I'm being vulnerable, and it's kind of scary to like show somebody that side of me, because I don't show them in, real life. So it's like, why am I putting a song out like that? So I don't know.
really appreciate, like, I guess the vulnerability of an artist to not one, make a song like this, but two, express themselves, explaining the song like this, whereas though like we're not in the best states mentally to make songs like these.
Yeah.
And I feel as though, I guess, artist to artist, songs like these are very necessary, not career wise, fuck the career side. It's very necessary mental side for us. For the point where like the motherfuckers that come in, play the songs, hey, I really like this song, check this link out, my cousin do beat, rap, blah, 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 and not really asking you. Like every first question I ask for every interview is a question that most people don't ask artists. How are you feeling today?
Right.
Nobody really asks that. And I feel as though as artists, like artists to artists, we should be asking that shit to each other.
Not even just artist to artist, just in real, like, just people.
And like us putting ourselves on it like pedestal to like kind of be entertaining, to like entertain the masses, to be seen, things like that. People don't realize that the person behind that studio, the person behind those beats, songs, whatever the case may be, are fucking humans.
Exactly.
So with a song like Blackout, do you feel as though it humanizes the artist known as Nia Ruschxl?
Definitely. I feel like it definitely like shows you like who I am. Like if you didn't know it, or if you didn't understand when you really listen to that song, or you look at the lyrics, like then it's like you can really see, dang, like this is who Nia is. Like this is what she's going through. Like you know what I mean? Like I can see that, like the dark side. Like that is my dark side, not the angel of death. The angel of death is not my dark side. That shit is my dark side. So.
We love to see it, man. We love to hear it. We love to talk about it. We just love to be in the presence of it. And the presence of Nia Ruschxl. Once again, thank you very much for answering these hard-hitting, tough questions and being such a great interview. You were nervous for nothing. I feel like that was all.
No, I swear I was.
Bullshit. But nonetheless, great interview, great energy. Nia Ruschxl, do you have any last words, any last promotions, any last propaganda for the people?
If you don't know me, my name is Nia Ruschxl, and make sure you follow my Instagram and check out my music. And if you like it, I don't know. I guess listen to it. I don't know.
That'd
Do
be
whatever you want to do with it.
know, give me some streams. You know what I mean? Like give me some money.
You don't got to do all that. Just listen to it and fuck with it, And then if you like it, just follow me, and don't just follow me and that just be it. Like, definitely connect with me. I like connecting with new people,
Gotcha. Well, huge thank you to you for a great interview. Huge thank you to everybody for coming through, whether it's 1 second, 1 minute, or the entire episode. Huge shouts out to IG for not fucking up. Expecting it because IG is IG, but you guys did your job. So thank you very much. Coming up next on Inside the Rapper Studio tomorrow, we have ace writer for demo tape, Najira Perkins. She's going to be on. We're going to be talking about pretty much carrying the team on the back, writing for Afrotech, and pretty much being a black woman as a journalist in 2020. Pretty good stuff. I advise you guys to check that out. For me and for the wonderful guests of Inside the Rappers, oh damn, I guess we just leave now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to everybody, and as always, wash your hands, wear a mask, and stay in the house. Thank you, Nia, if you're still on. Hopefully you are, but who knows. Thanks, guys.